All right, so today we're going to dive into something pretty incredible.
Okay.
Imagine being 17,
Wow.
still in high school,
Yeah.
and you've built a business that's bringing in over $1 million every single month.
Bit crazy.
I know, sounds like a dream, right?
Not that it does.
But it's the reality for Zach Yadagari.
Mm-hmm.
He's the mastermind behind Cal AI,
Right.
this AI-powered calorie counting app that's really taken the fitness world by storm.
It really has.
Launched just 6 months ago,
Yeah.
it's already raking in some serious cash.
That's amazing.
It is. And
Agree.
what's so fascinating is that
Well,
Zach's success isn't some like overnight fluke.
no.
It's built on years of experience and a really strategic approach to entrepreneurship.
It is.
This isn't his first venture.
No, not at all.
So
Let's
this kid-
rewind a little bit.
Let's rewind.
This kid's been coding since he was 7.
Wow,
7 years old.
that's incredible.
And actually had a successful online business before Cal AI was even a glimmer in his eye.
While most teens were stressing over homework, he was already making serious money.
Yeah, it's true.
It's true.
When he was just 13,
13.
he created this website called TotallyScience.com.
Okay.
It was this website that cleverly bypassed school internet filters, allowing students to play games during class.
Oh, wow.
It went viral, and get this, it was generating a whopping $660,000 a year.
Hold on. He was pulling in over $500,000 a year at 13.
I know, it's mind-blowing.
I'm starting to think my teenage years were a little misspent.
Maybe a little bit.
But he didn't stop there.
Oh.
He actually sold that website when he was 16 for $100,000.
Wow.
Now, you might think that's just a teenager cashing in,
Right.
but his reasons for selling are actually pretty insightful.
Yeah. He was worried about getting stuck,
Okay.
about becoming complacent.
Mm-hmm.
He had met an entrepreneur who had like a similar success story in high school, but whose business had stalled out after graduation. That encounter really pushed Zach to sell Totally Science and move on to something new,
Okay.
which eventually led him to Cal AI.
So tell me more about Cal AI.
Okay.
What was the problem Zach and his co-founders were trying to solve with this app?
Well, they saw a gap in the market when it came to calorie counting apps.
Okay.
Think about apps like MyFitnessPal.
Yeah.
They've been around forever,
Uh-huh.
but they can be clunky,
Yeah.
outdated,
Mm-hmm.
and just not very user-friendly.
Oh, I've definitely been there wrestling with those interfaces.
Yeah.
Not exactly a seamless experience.
No.
So,
So Zach and his team saw this as an opportunity to create something better.
okay.
They combined this need with the power of AI,
Yeah.
like ChatGPT,
Mm-hmm.
to create Cal AI.
Okay.
It makes calorie tracking super simple.
Right.
You snap a picture of your food, and the app uses AI to estimate the calories with impressive accuracy.
Wow.
Yeah.
It sounds like they're really riding the wave of AI innovation.
Oh, definitely.
But what's been the key to Cal AI's incredible success?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they've gone from zero to $1 million a month business in just 6 months.
It's remarkable.
There has to be a secret weapon somewhere in this story.
Well, Zach's been incredibly strategic with his marketing,
Oh,
and his secret weapon, so to speak, has been influencer marketing.
influencer marketing.
Yes.
So he's getting those fitness gurus on TikTok and Instagram to promote the app.
Exactly.
Smart move.
It is a smart move, but it's not as simple as just throwing money at any influencer with a huge following.
Okay.
Zach's got a very calculated and meticulous approach.
Okay. I'm hooked. Walk me through his process. How does he find the right influencers and make these partnerships work?
So first, he actually created a separate TikTok account specifically for researching fitness influencers.
Really?
Yes. This allowed him to really immerse himself in that world, understand the different communities within the fitness niche, and identify the influencers who genuinely resonated with their audiences.
So he's doing his homework.
Yes, he is.
That's some serious dedication to research. But wouldn't working with influencers with massive followings be more effective?
You'd think so.
Yeah.
But Zach's actually more focused on the quality of engagement than just sheer follower count.
Okay.
He carefully analyzes engagement metrics like likes, comments, shares, to identify influencers who have authentic communities
Okay.
and avoid those who might be artificially boosting their numbers with bots.
Ah, so he's looking for real engagement, real people connecting with the influencer's content.
Exactly.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
What else does he do to make sure he's getting the most out of these collaborations?
Well, he often bypasses the influencer's manager and reaches out to them directly through DMs.
Really?
This helps him build a more personal rapport
Okay.
and often leads to better deals
Okay.
because he's not going through a middleman.
That's a brilliant strategy.
It
It's
is.
like building a direct connection, cutting out the noise.
Exactly.
But let's talk about the deals themselves.
Okay.
How does he negotiate those?
Okay.
Influencers can be pretty expensive, especially the popular ones.
They can be.
Sure.
So Zach's a master negotiator.
Okay.
He uses tactics like bundling deals,
Mm-hmm.
where he offers to pay for multiple videos up front in exchange for a lower overall cost per video.
Okay.
This is appealing to a lot of influencers, especially those who are just starting out and prefer to get paid up front rather than waiting for individual video payments.
Right.
He also includes minimum view clauses in his contracts,
Okay.
ensuring that he's getting the reach he's paying for.
So he's minimizing his risk and making sure he's getting his money's worth.
Yeah,
It's like he's thought of everything.
he really has.
But once the influencer creates the content, what happens to it?
Yeah.
Does he just let it live on their page, or does he do anything else with it?
This is another example of Zach's clever approach.
Okay.
He repurposes a lot of the influencer-generated content
Okay.
by posting it on Cal AI's own Instagram account.
Oh.
This allows him to reach an even wider audience and essentially creates evergreen assets that continue to promote the app long after the initial influencer post.
Wow. Talk about maximizing the value of that content.
Yeah.
It's like he's building a library of marketing materials that just keep working for him.
Exactly.
But is it all influencer marketing?
Well,
Has he explored other strategies to get Cal AI in front of potential users?
he has. While influencer marketing has been his primary focus, he's also dipped his toes into paid advertising.
Okay.
He knows that paid ads can have higher costs,
Yeah.
specifically higher CPMs,
VPNs.
which means cost per thousand views. But he sees them as a valuable tool for growth, especially when used strategically.
So how does he approach paid advertising? Is he just blasting out generic ads, or does he have a more nuanced strategy?
He's definitely not just throwing money at random ads.
Okay.
One of the interesting things he does is use those influencer-generated videos we talked about as the foundation for his paid ad creatives.
Ah, so he's leveraging that existing content, which has already proven to be engaging, and turning it to paid ads.
Yes.
That's smart.
It
It's
is.
like a double whammy of influencer marketing and paid advertising.
Exactly.
What platforms is he using for these paid ads?
He's running ads on the usual suspects like Facebook and Instagram through Meta ads and also on TikTok.
Okay.
But surprisingly, he's found a lot of success with Apple search ads.
App or search ads?
Yeah.
You mean those ads that pop up when you search for an app in the App Store?
Yes, exactly.
I honestly don't pay much attention to those.
A lot of people don't.
Yeah.
But Zach has a really interesting perspective on using them.
Okay.
He sees them as a powerful product validation tool.
Okay, I'm intrigued. Explain this to me. How can ads be used for product validation?
So he believes that if you can run profitable Apple search ads, especially when targeting competitor keywords, it's a strong indication that you have a superior product.
So if someone searches for, say, MyFitnessPal,
Right.
and they click on his ad for Cal AI, instead that means his app is doing something right.
Exactly. It means people are willing to try his app even when they were initially looking for a competitor.
Okay.
To him, that's a powerful validation of Cal AI's value proposition.
That's a really clever way to look at it.
It is.
He's basically using paid ads as market research, getting insights into how his product stacks up against the competition.
Yeah.
It's like he's got this entrepreneurial sixth sense.
He might.
But let's shift gears a bit and talk about Zach himself.
Okay.
This is a 17-year-old kid running a multi-million-dollar business.
It's wild.
How is he handling all this success? Has it gone to his head?
You know, that's one of the things that's most impressive about Zach.
Okay.
He's incredibly grounded and mature, especially for someone his age.
Mm-hmm.
He doesn't flaunt his wealth and seems genuinely committed to reinvesting his profits back into the business for growth.
So no fancy cars or extravagant spending sprees.
Not that I've seen.
Just good old-fashioned hard work and reinvestment.
Pretty much.
It sounds like he really gets it.
He does.
He seems to understand that building a sustainable business takes discipline and a long-term perspective.
Absolutely.
But what's also remarkable is that he's aware of the potential pitfalls of early success. Like what kind of pitfalls is he worried about?
He's actually spoken about his fear of losing his drive of becoming complacent.
Okay.
It's a real concern, especially for someone so young.
Yeah.
He's got so much time ahead of him. It would be easy to just coast and enjoy the ride.
I could see how that would be a temptation.
Definitely.
If I was making millions at 17, I might be tempted to take my foot off the gas.
Yeah, I hear you.
But it sounds like he's pretty self-aware.
He is. He's actively trying to maintain his ambition and that hunger for more. He's even said that anyone, regardless of their age, can achieve great things with the right mindset and relentless effort.
That's a really inspiring message, especially for young entrepreneurs.
It is.
It's a reminder that you don't have to wait until you're older or more experienced to pursue your dreams. Okay, so we've seen how Zach went from building websites to creating a $1 million app.
Right.
With Cal AI already exceeding expectations, what's next for him?
Well,
what are his goals?
He's definitely not resting on his laurels.
Okay.
His current focus is on taking Cal AI to the next level, aiming to beat out his biggest competitor, MyFitnessPal.
Wow, going head-to-head with an established giant like MyFitnessPal?
I know.
That's ambitious, but knowing Zach, I wouldn't underestimate him.
Me neither.
But he's also working on a new venture that leverages his expertise in influencer marketing.
Yes.
Interesting.
He and his team are building a platform called Viral.tech.
Viral.tech?
Yeah.
Is he creating a tool to help other businesses replicate his influencer marketing success?
That's exactly it.
Okay.
He's taking all his knowledge and experience and packaging it into a user-friendly platform.
So he's going to teach everyone his secrets.
Well,
that's pretty generous of him.
It is, but it's also a smart business move.
Okay.
He's essentially creating a new market for himself.
Okay. Great.
But juggling a $1 million app and launching a new platform, does he ever feel overwhelmed?
I would.
It seems like a lot to handle.
Yeah.
He's admitted to feeling the pressure, definitely. He's constantly juggling priorities and trying to figure out how to best allocate his time and energy.
That's understandable. Managing one successful business is tough enough, let alone two.
I agree.
So how is he approaching that challenge of prioritization?
Well, he's realized that Cal AI has even more potential than they initially anticipated. The market response has been incredible, so he's considering dedicating more of his energy to scaling that business, really pushing for rapid growth.
That sounds like a wise move, especially if it's already generating so much revenue.
It does.
But what about his influencer marketing platform?
Yeah.
Viral.tech. Doesn't he want to see that through?
He does.
Okay.
But he's also aware that influencer marketing is becoming more and more mainstream.
Right.
The strategies he's been using are starting to be adopted by other businesses.
Right.
So his competitive advantage might be shrinking.
So he's feeling the pressure to get Viral.tech out there before everyone else catches on.
Exactly. He believes that by being the one to bring these strategies to the masses through a user-friendly platform, he can capture a significant chunk of the market and establish himself as a leader in the influencer marketing space.
Like he's trying to get ahead of the curve, capitalize on his expertise before it becomes common knowledge.
Exactly.
I'm curious to know more about this platform. What exactly will it offer businesses?
So from what Zach has shared, Viral.tech will be a comprehensive suite of tools to help businesses navigate the world of influencer marketing.
Yeah.
It will help them develop a go-to-market strategy, which is essentially a roadmap for launching a product or service.
So it's like a step-by-step guide to influencer marketing success.
Yes, exactly.
What else will it offer?
It will also help businesses identify the right influencers for their specific niche.
Okay.
Remember how meticulous Zach is about researching influencers?
Yeah.
Well, the platform will incorporate his techniques to help businesses find the perfect partners.
That sounds incredibly valuable.
It is.
Taking the guesswork out of finding the right influencers.
Right.
What else?
It will even help businesses analyze the virality potential of their product.
Virality potential.
Which means assessing how likely it is to spread rapidly on social media.
So it's like predicting the future of their marketing campaigns.
In a way, yes.
That's pretty impressive.
It is, and there's more.
Okay, more.
It will also include features like a CRM system to manage influencer relationships, tools to track campaign performance, attribute results to specific videos.
Wow.
It will even provide content ideas to help users get started.
Wow. It sounds like he's taking everything he's learned and creating a one-stop shop for influencer marketing success.
It does sound that way.
But with all this talk about business and growth, I'm curious, how does Zach personally define success?
Yeah.
Is it all about the money for him?
Well, financial success is clearly important. It's not his only driving force.
Okay.
He seems to be motivated by a deeper desire to make a lasting impact on the world.
Okay.
He's mentioned being inspired by visionary leaders like Steve Jobs and Elon Musk,
Mm-hmm.
people who tackled big problems and created innovative solutions.
So it's not just about building a successful business. It's about using that success to make a difference.
It seems so. He said that once he achieves financial freedom, he wants to shift his focus to initiatives that have a global impact.
Wow.
He's even hinted at an interest in companies like Neuralink,
Okay.
which are developing groundbreaking technologies with the potential to change the world.
That's incredibly ambitious.
It is.
He's thinking big picture, way beyond just the bottom line.
Yes, he is.
Does he have any concrete plans for what that impact might look like?
He hasn't revealed any specific plans yet. He acknowledges that he's still very much in the building wealth phase of his journey
Okay.
and is intentionally not letting himself get too caught up in long-term plans. He's worried that focusing too much on impact right now could actually hinder his drive to generate short-term cash flow.
It sounds like he's being very strategic, focusing on building a solid foundation before branching out into more philanthropic ventures.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it.
Does he ever worry about losing that drive and passion once he achieves financial freedom?
He does. He's admitted to fearing complacency,
Okay.
acknowledging that it's something he's seen happen to other talented individuals who achieve early success. He's concerned that once he's living a comfortable life, he might lose that burning desire to push boundaries and make a difference.
I think that's a valid fear for anyone who's tasted success.
It is!
It can be easy to fall into a routine and lose that initial spark,
Right.
but it sounds like Zach's aware of that danger and is actively trying to stay motivated.
Absolutely. He's mentioned that his current drive comes from a deep desire to prove those who doubted him wrong.
Really?
He was told at a young age that his dreams were unattainable
Wow.
and that he should wait until he was older and more experienced.
It's like he's channeling that skepticism into fuel for his ambition.
It seems that way.
It's amazing how a little doubt can actually be a powerful motivator.
It can be.
What an inspiring story.
It is.
He's defying all those naysayers and building an incredible future for himself.
He is, and he's doing it with remarkable grace and humility. He hasn't let the money or attention go to his head.
That's good.
He's still that curious, ambitious kid who's constantly learning and evolving.
He's setting a fantastic example for young entrepreneurs everywhere.
I agree.
So Zach's journey is far from over. He's got big dreams and a lot of fire in his belly.
He does.
But before we jump into some key lessons we can learn from his story, I think it's time to shift gears a bit and explore some of the more intriguing, almost psychological aspects of his approach.
I agree. Let's unpack some of those aha moments that make Zach's story so compelling.
Okay.
There's a lot to uncover beneath the surface of his success.
Okay, so we've talked about Zach's incredible journey, from coding whiz kid to multi-million-dollar app entrepreneur. It is pretty amazing.
But now I want to dig into some of those aha moments.
Okay.
The things that make his approach so unique and effective.
Yeah.
One of the things that really stands out to me is his perspective on negotiating with influencers. It's almost like he's cracked the code of influencer psychology.
He really has.
So break that down for me. What makes his approach so different?
Well, he understands that behind those perfectly curated Instagram feeds
Right.
and massive follower counts are real people with their own motivations and desires.
Right.
And he's figured out how to tap into those desires to create win-win partnerships.
So it's about more than just throwing money at an influencer and hoping for the best.
Exactly. For example, Zach's noticed that a lot of influencers, especially those who are just starting out,
Yeah.
are more interested in getting paid up front than they are about the number of videos they have to create.
That makes sense. When you're building your brand, a guaranteed payout can be pretty appealing. Right. So Zach will often offer to pay a lump sum up front in exchange for a commitment to create multiple videos over a longer period of time.
Okay.
This appeals to the influencer's desire for immediate gratification while also ensuring that Zach gets a steady stream of content.
It's like he's speaking their language, understanding what makes them tick.
He is.
So it's not just about negotiating a price, it's about understanding their motivations
Right.
and structuring deals that align with their needs.
Precisely. He's also talked about the importance of understanding an influencer's why.
Okay, their why.
What are their core values? What motivates them to create content and engage with their audience?
It's about going beyond the surface level
Yeah.
and really getting to know the person behind the brand.
Right.
I can see how that would lead to stronger, more authentic partnerships.
Definitely.
And speaking of authenticity,
Yeah.
another thing that struck me was Zach's emphasis on direct communication.
Yeah.
He often bypasses influencer managers. and reaches out to them directly through DMs. Isn't that risky? What if they ignore him?
It might seem risky, but it's actually a pretty savvy move.
Okay.
By cutting out the middleman, he can often secure more favorable deals and have more creative control over the content.
It's like he's building a direct connection, fostering a more collaborative relationship.
Exactly. And it's not as risky as you might think.
Okay.
Many influencers appreciate that personal touch, especially if it comes from someone who genuinely understands their work.
Right. It shows that he's done his research
Yeah.
and isn't just sending out generic mass messages.
Exactly.
So direct communication, win-win deals.
Yeah.
What else is in Zach's influencer marketing playbook?
Well, we've touched on this before.
Yeah.
But his approach to repurposing content is pure genius.
Right.
He doesn't just let those influencer videos disappear into the social media void.
Right.
He treats them like evergreen assets, posting them on CalAI's own social media channels, maximizing their reach and extending their lifespan.
It's like he's creating this library of marketing materials that keep working for him long after the initial campaign.
Exactly.
Smart move.
Very smart.
Okay, let's shift gears a bit and talk about paid advertising.
Okay.
You mentioned earlier that Zach sees Apple search ads as a product validation tool.
Yes.
That's such an interesting concept. Can you unpack that a bit more for me?
Sure. So he believes that if you can create profitable Apple search ads, especially when you're targeting your competitors' keywords,
Okay.
it's a strong sign that you have a truly superior product.
So if someone is specifically searching for, say, MyFitnessPal,
Right.
but they click on his ad for CalAI, instead that means CalAI is offering something they find more compelling.
Exactly. It suggests that CalAI is fulfilling a need or solving a problem in a way that the competition isn't.
Okay.
And that's invaluable information.
It's like getting real-time market validation directly from potential customers.
It is.
Okay, last question.
Okay.
What's the biggest takeaway you think our listeners should walk away with after hearing Zach's story?
I think the biggest takeaway is that age is truly just a number when it comes to pursuing your dreams. Zach's success isn't about some magical formula or secret sauce.
Right.
It's about having a clear vision,
Okay.
identifying a problem worth solving,
Yeah.
taking calculated risks, and believing in yourself even when others doubt you.
It's inspiring, right?
It is.
His story is a reminder that we don't have to wait for permission or follow a predetermined path.
Yeah.
We can create our own opportunities and achieve incredible things if we set our minds to it.
Absolutely.
So to our listener out there,
Yeah.
what's that seemingly impossible dream you've been holding on to? What's stopping you from taking that first step from pursuing it with everything you've got?
Zach's story is proof that anything is possible with the right mindset, a little bit of hustle and a whole lot of heart.
We hope you enjoyed this deep dive.
Yes.
We'll be back next time with another fascinating exploration of the world's most intriguing ideas and the people who bring them to life.